This is Africa, and today your donations are helping change the lives of little ones living at the very heart of it, in the landlocked country of Uganda. Uganda is a country of vast and remarkable extremes. It was once known as the Pearl of Africa. But Uganda is also a nation that has been torn apart by unimaginable fear and terror that's left a heartbreaking legacy which, decades on, still endures. It's on the outskirts of the Ugandan capital, Kampala, where you see the very worst of human suffering. There's no electricity, no clean water, nowhere for these kids to learn. Sadly, it is women who suffer the worst. Childhood pregnancies are common. Domestic and sexual abuse is rife, and women are the first to be taken out of school when their parents can no longer afford it. In Uganda, women become mothers at a young age, often giving birth unassisted to more than 8 children in a mud hut, without any access to medical support. They're subjected to hard physical labour, mostly unpaid, on their subsistence plots to generate enough food to feed their families and make a small income. That's less than $1 a day. It was the lack of access to quality education in Uganda, the plight of these women, their hardship and suffering, which ignited Annabelle and Dave's passion to make a difference. And in 2008, School for Life Foundation was born. Annabelle and Dave knew that through School for Life, they could build something sustainable, something that would create real and lasting change for decades to come. School for Life exists in the rural village of Katuso, 1 hour west of Kampala, where most kids don't get past year 3. Women work long hours each day, walking at dawn to fetch water from contaminated streams and puddles for household use, cooking, cleaning, growing crops to feed their own children. Kids eat just 1 meal a day, if they're lucky. Their struggles are overwhelming. Identifying these challenges, School for Life provides high-quality primary and vocational education to women and men in the Katuso community. Primary students are taught in a positive, nurturing learning environment with a child-teacher ratio of 20:1. Students receive books, uniforms, clean drinking water, play equipment, as well as 3 square meals a day. Girls and boys are taught to ensure the next generation grow up valuing and understanding the important role women play in Ugandan society. This is Goretti. She's just 5 years old. Compared to the average Australian 5-year-old, there are many, many differences. Goretti only eats 1 meal a day. Before coming to School for Life, had never used a toilet, seen a book, or even held a pencil. As a girl growing up in Uganda, had it not been for School for Life, Goretti would be working on her parents' farm. She may have been subject to an early pregnancy from as young as 12. Goretti has been a student at Katuso since 2011. You see her dressed in her finest clothes for enrolment day, and now 4 years on, Goretti is in year 4. She's achieved a higher level of education than her own parents. In the daytime, she's the student, and at night, she's the teacher, teaching her parents whatever she learned through the day. One of the first lessons she taught them was how to wash their hands. It's the simple things that we take for granted. She can read and write in English, her self-confidence has greatly improved, and research has shown that Goretti's income will increase by at least 20% for each year of primary school she completes. There are more than 200 other stories just like Goretti's, where children's lives have been changed through education. And thanks to School for Life, this number can only increase. Vocational and skills training is provided at School for Life to help create change across the entire family unit and community. The tailoring students, for example, are a group of 20 women who have completed on average just 3 years of primary school. They came to the program with no qualifications and a limited source of income, selling only the leftover produce from their subsistence farms. They had never held a pair of scissors or even seen a sewing machine before, But through the tailoring program, these women have learned new skills, quadrupled their income, and changed the standard of living for their families. The tailoring products are also now on sale here in Australia, and the proceeds go directly back to these women and the Katuso community, mobilising even more women into employment. That's why the agriculture project they run through the school is so important. Here, village locals, the majority of whom are women, are employed to grow and maintain sustainable crops. There's coffee and chili, which helps generate an income for the school, while beans, bananas, maize, sweet potato and tomatoes help feed the kids.
How much of a difference do you think this school has made to the village, to Katuso?
Ooh, 100%? It's such a huge difference. They have a very brighter future.
School for Life has been so successful, so life-changing, it's now expanding. We recently bought all of this land, 30 acres of it, and now we want to build 2 more education centres, a primary and vocational, as well as a secondary school to educate and uplift more people. So please help us achieve our goal of educating 1,500 children and adults. Your dollars go such a long way in Uganda and mean so much to all of these kids.